Good afternoon, Rabun County. It's Roger Glenn with Poss Realty. Today we have a special guest. We're at a special place, the Blue Ridge Activity and Tumbling Center. Did I get that right?
You did.
Okay, it's amazing. That's the first miracle. And we're with Suzie Flaherty, who's the owner, operator, coach, the Jane of all trades.
Custodian. Yeah, everything.
You do what needs to be done.
I do what needs to be done.
Yeah, that sort of comes with sole proprietorship, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, starting with the center, I'll ask you, about what the center's about, but I always like to start with the really difficult question right up front,
All right.
which is where are you located?
Okay. Very good question, because Google somehow can't seem to get it right. We are in Mountain City. We are located on Golden Hills Drive, which I tell everybody to go to Dollar General, take a right in front of the post office, go all the way almost to the end, and we are on the left sharing a parking lot with Grace Bible Church.
There you go.
That's us.
Yeah, so folks that are newer to Rabun County, just north of Clayton, you go just past Black Rock Mountain State Park, and you come up and you follow the directions for the Dollar General and the church.
Yes.
Or the post office, I'm sorry.
The post office.
Yeah.
We're on the side of the post office across from Dollar General.
Tell us just a little bit about the center.
Well, we are primarily a children's center. We offer classes ranging from 6 months of age up through teen years. We have some possibilities for also providing services to adults as well, but that is our primary population. We have 6 months to about 18 months. They can come in for free classes. It's a baby class where we provide developmental information, opportunity for them to play in a safe zone, and we answer any questions for parents. We give any kind of developmental information that they would like. And then as they turn 18 months, they are able to go into a parent-child class where they can be in a class with their parent, doing a little more structured. How much structure you get out of an 18-month-old is but then they can do obstacle course things and start to learn the process of a class, how to do stretches and all of that. It's very relaxed. We do not expect 18 months to 3-year-olds to completely cooperate, but we do let them come in and explore the space and try to herd them as best as possible in the safest way possible.
Right. Now, do you expect mom and dad to cooperate, or is that also?
Well, at least somewhat.
Yeah.
But we do provide support to mom and dad, because often we see that they are a little bit stressed if their child is not doing exactly what's needed or expected in a class. And I say expected with a grain of salt, because I don't expect a lot out of that age group. But I'm a pediatric speech language pathologist, so I understand how child development works. So when I start to see a parent stress out that their child is not doing exactly what's supposed to be done, I just reassure them it is okay, and that this is how we learn. We learn because basically what we're doing here is we are working with children, because the next step in their lives is to go to school. And what are they going to need to be doing in school? Well, not forward rolls. They're going to need to follow directions, listen, wait their turn, wait in line, and not eat the paste.
Yeah, exactly. So the activities for folks that aren't familiar with, does it range from sort of gymnastics, if you will, in the traditional sense? You can see some of the equipment that you have, all the way to more basic things. How do you describe those?
Yes, we are a developmentally based gymnastics program, which means we are a beginning program, and we meet the child or the children where they are. So from special needs to typically developing children. So we service everyone that falls within that umbrella. So we look at the child of where they are, and then make our recommendations for what class. So we primarily have beginning gymnastics classes. We have intermediate gymnastics classes. We have tumbling classes for beginners and intermediates. We also have a ninja program, which is a little more focused on what the higher energy boys, now we got girls too, so don't discount the girls, but that gives children an opportunity to kind of be faster paced, not necessarily work on pointing our toes all the time, but get their energy out, learn discipline, learn all the skills that are going along with a mixture of martial arts based, parkour, gymnastics, that kind of class.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Got it. A little bit about your personal story as it relates to Rabun County and maybe even that of your husband's as well.
Okay, so I am a Rabun County native. I grew up here, born and raised, went Clayton Elementary on to Rabun County High School, graduated in '88, and went off then to college. So after grad school, ended up meeting my husband, who is not from Rabun County, but don't hold that against me. He is a Yankee, and I have tried to get him integrated and trained. We're still working on it. But he was in the Navy. So he and I got married in '98, and I have followed him around since then.
Yeah.
Come 2019, as he's approaching the ending of his career, I have two boys, one that was entering 9th grade. At that time, I said, no more moving, and we're going home. And going back to Rabun County so that I could put them into school so they could finish their high school careers in one place.
Yeah.
They've moved so many times.
Yes.
So that is what brought me to, I always wanted to move back home, but that was my prime opportunity to hit going home. You do you. And so I did. He's still active duty, therefore he's off being him, and drives home every weekend. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, see, you're concerned about him being from the north. I'm more concerned about the fact that he's in the Navy.
Oh boy.
I know. Here we go.
Go Navy, be Army. Okay.
One of these years. In all seriousness, though, thank you for his sacrifice and your sacrifices as a family. The families do a lot.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So you had the opportunity to come back,
Mm-hmm.
and how did Blue Ridge happen for you?
Well, my brother, Tom Nixon, owns Blue Ridge Music. So I wanted to be able to partner with him on different programs, and I like Blue Ridge, and I'm big into acronyms. Who's not? That's affiliated with the military. So I decided to go with Blue Ridge Activity and Tumbling Center, the BRAT Center.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, I'm bringing
Well done.
a new twist on brats.
How about
no longer
that?
bad to be a brat.
No. Oh, that's wonderful. That's a great story. What's out there on the horizon? We talked about a lot of things, and just tease us with a couple of little things that might be happening in the future.
Yes. So, you can't fully see our space here, but we are in a bigger space than where we started. So this is our second move. However, we are unable to grow here. We've pretty much outgrown this one too. So we are in the process of trying to secure our own location that we will own and operate and can grow out of, and just build more programming for the community. So we are also working to put together performance groups, not necessarily competitive teams, because there are competitive teams to the north and to the south of us. However, not everybody can participate in that. It's a lot of money to do those kind of activities. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't do them, because my boys did them for years, from 2nd grade through till we moved. And it's a lot of money, and it's a lot of time commitment. So I wanted to be able to provide something that children in this community could participate in, that wouldn't break the bank, that would give them opportunities to perform and learn and grow in what they are interested in doing. So that is why I have developed the program in the way that I have.
Yeah.
Also with meeting special needs, as I said, I'm a pediatric speech language pathologist. So I have worked with special needs children for all my career, and I felt that it was important to provide those things for that population of children because they don't always have that opportunity. There's not always a sport that they can participate in, or an event or an activity they can go to that they can feel like they can do just as easily or as well as the other kids. So it's important to give those children that opportunity and help them to grow, because movement-based activities leads to more typical development along the way too. So it's important to give them that opportunity as well.
Yeah. Suzie, thanks for taking some time to tell your personal story as well as that of the Activity and Tumbling Center. And,
BRAT Center makes it easier.
BRAT, we'll go with BRAT Center. I didn't say the whole thing. Folks, you may have heard from time to time that there aren't sufficient activities for children in Rabun County, and we could always do better as a community, but the BRAT Center is certainly a notable exception to that and a great place to come. Activities for the kids, and you get mom and dad involved, as you mentioned as well. And I know Suzie's going to make a big impact with some future things that she's working on as well. So we're very lucky to have you in the community taking care of families, really. And so thanks again for your time. We appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. If your business or organization would like to do a feature like this, as you can see, it's not been too painful for Suzie. She's still smiling, but it's a great way to tell your story. There's no charge for the service. It's just something that we're doing along with Scott Poss as a community service. Sort of tell the Rabun County story through its businesses, through its people, and through its organizations, to include churches, governmental organizations, things like that. So if you're interested, get in touch with me or Laura. You can visit the Park Bench Rabun County website and ask to be interviewed as well. And we'll come out and shoot a feature like this as soon as we can. And if you're a visitor or a resident in Rabun County, whether it's part-time, full-time, or you're just up here on the weekend, we've got a free newsletter. And so if you visit the website, you can subscribe to that and you get regular information about what's going on with businesses, as well as events that are going on in the county, news, even some deals out there if you want to save a little bit of that money.
Who doesn't?
I heard that's a popular thing.
I like to.
You can do that as well. We'll see you next time, Rabun County.